Hi guys, how we doing? Good to see you all. Want this one here, don't we? So I've been crazy busy. Crazy busy. Didn't think I'd make it, to be honest with you. Hi Spur and Glue David, how you doing? Over on YouTube. And I see there's a few watching but no comments yet, so whoever it is, how you doing? So this is where we was at on Thursday there. So I need to get on with this bit here. That's the bit we're on today for a minute. No idea how long I'm going to be online today because, like I say, it's been a bit mad. I've got a lot to do this evening. So, hi Annette, how are you? Over on Facebook. Evening Panzer, how's tricks fella? Audio and video is all good, buddy. Cheers, David. Always good to know, pal, because I can't tell, you know. All I've got silly little bars that jump up and down, and you never know. So, cheers for that, David. Always good to know. Had a lot of stuff turn up from Korea today, Infinity model stuff, so it's been kind of hectic to say the least, but we shall get there. So I'm just masking up around this round bit because I don't want the silver deck there, the steel deck, sorry, on there, whatever you call it. You know me, I ain't got a clue, but I don't want that got paint on. So good, mate. You okay? Yeah, I'm good, thanks, Annette. Yeah, just as you know, Annette, because you ordered some, but it's been crazy busy with them mats. So how are we doing, White Glove? Hang on, let me try and get this right now. Is it Calum? If I remember correctly. I have subscribed to your channel, pal, and I've seen what you look like, which is nice to see because I don't see what many people look like most of the time. So yeah, all good. Evening, Graham. How you doing, fella? So I've got a bit of masking on there, as you can see, just to protect that little bit of deck there, that steel bit, for when I'm spraying. So I'm just going to do that the grey first, the darker grey with the Alclads, and then we'll work out where the lines go, and we'll spray it white. So that's the plan of all plans, and then we'll do something on this top funnel bit. Maybe do it in let's just have a look. Sorry, 2 seconds. I'm just looking. Right, is it medium sea grey I done it in? Can't remember what colours I was using. Nope. Where's the dark sea grey got? Wasn't barley grey. Wasn't neutral grey. That's the slightly lighter one. Must have been that one. Just double checking. 2 seconds. Right, so it wasn't that one. Oh, there it is. I knew I had it here somewhere. I should really put all the bottles back on the shelf, and then I know where I am. But like most, that would make life too easy. And no doubt I'm not the only one. So here we go. So 8 psi, I always little drop in there. That's it, working lovely there. At least that's worked out for me. And you just start spraying. I'll start at the bottom there. White glove stays in somewhere in the States, as I realised after we were talking on Thursday and after I subscribed to his channel and I heard his accent. So if you've got any, for you guys on YouTube, I know you like to subscribe to one another. He's got some great content in there. As far as I've seen so far, not had a chance to watch it all and click likes and all that on it, but I never get a chance to do anything like that most of the time. California, oh well, there you go, super duper. I just got my fancy clamp, as you do. Yeah, there's my grey. I know it was grey before, but it's a different grey now. So it's the correct grey, as we say. So I'll just give that literally a couple of minutes while I'm cleaning this out, and we'll get to go again. It was your giveaway white glove is the one that I saw as initially when I first looked and done a search. He'll be giving away a gift once he reaches, I do believe, 500 subscribers. So if you're on YouTube, have a look for him. White glove models. And like me, and like you all done for me, give him a little subscribe and whatnot. And share the love like you lot have done for me via Festa 67's workshop and scaling models, mate. We'll all try and look out for one another. So there we go. Anyway, so very technical, me that. Right. So if I put that on, you see, this is where it's going to get awkward now. Just to get that on there, I'm going to have to take this off. And take it off in one piece, like that. Means I can get that in there and do what I've got to do. Like that. Now then. What I need to do, no worries, pal. All good. Share the love. That's what everyone done for me when I first started. Festa 67 Colin and Scaling Models Mike and Ice Queen Sue and Panzer and all that lot, and David at Spur and Glue. They all helped me and got me my subscribers. So share and share alike. We're all here for one another. Now this grey's slightly different grey to the rest of it. but that's purely because I've not aqua glossed it yet. So once I've aqua glossed, it shall turn into the same colour as everything else. So now I'm just gonna draw my white line, what I can see, like that. I'm just gonna check that side because I don't think there's any on that side. Nope, not really. I'll be honest, I'll be glad when this bit's done so I can start adding bits on and just do what's got to be done. Actually, I do believe that bit there's got to go on there as well, so that's going to have to be done white. Ah! Typical. Yep, that bit goes on there, so I'm going to have to do that white as well in bits. Right. Probably try and freehand that. So there we go, I've got my little line there. That's where it roughly goes. Whip that. Whip that on there like that. And we'll give that a quick little spray with white there. Now then, I forgot about this little dookie bit. And that sits on there like that. I think. Yeah. So on that, I want to do that bit white. Oh my word. And the whole side of that really. Right, we'll see if we can freehand that, because it's the whole side of that. And let's hope it works. Doesn't, it's no biggie. I shall just respray it. Start again. So I'm not too worried. No drama. The old white going again. What I'm going to do is, when I do this little top piece here, I'm going to try and lower the pressure so it's like drawing rather than spraying, if you know what I mean. Now, there's the white bit there. Evening, Lewis. How you doing, fella? Been a little while. Right. So, just so you can see, in theory, there's my white bit I've just done. So that will blend nicely in there like that. Right. Now then, this little bugger lugs that I forgot. I'm going to turn that down to about 7 psi, 6 p. Oh no, it's about. Let me see. It's at I don't turn it up, that is. It's about 6 psi. And I'm just going to see if I can get away with spraying it like that. Maybe not get it on the desk too much. Yeah, you can't really see that very well there. I'll take that off and I put that little bugger lugs up there and get it to sit right. Sit. See, because nothing's glued yet, it makes it kind of fiddly, to say the least. That's not too bad. Little bit of grey on there, I think. Bring that line over a tad. And I can see there, I could do with just bringing that white line over. 1 second. Over. This is my little touching up bits now. You see. So I need to just bring that over there. A little. Like that. So a little tiny bit there on the end there to be done in grey. I'm just gonna touch this bit up here. Just so it marries up nicer to how I want. Like that. Like that. There you go. I just kind of poured it at just a slightly more angle there, just so it will sit right. Sits on there like that. Just want to quickly touch up that little bit of grey on that tiny little corner there, and then we'll be good to show you. We'll turn it back up again. Sorry, I missed the chat there because I've been that busy. What's going on? Seeing what everyone's saying there while I'm here. Might do a cheeky little live on my channel though, as I've not done anything for a little while. That'll be good, mate. Good to see you again. Alright, Stuart Payton over on Facebook there. My good friend in a model club that I run. Mind you, you'll get a slap right in the old Frederick with the big laughing faces. I've been thinking, because obviously since my new job and I start back to work tomorrow, I was thinking that I used to do a lot of lives Tuesdays and Thursdays, like at 7 o'clock, which I can't do because of my work. But what I was thinking was maybe I'll try it as a trial, because I don't know how I'm going to feel after work. But I was thinking maybe try like a little 10 o'clock live on a Tuesday and a Thursday, just so I can get on with the ship and get through some of these models that I've got to build over the little while that we have. Just an idea. So we shall see how I feel, but that's my plan. Maybe a little 10 o'clock one after my work. That's 10 PM UK time, Greenwich Mean Time, whatever you want to call it. Right. So I've managed to do, it's so tiny you wouldn't even notice, but I managed to do that little corner. It was straight and I've done it so it's just a slight angle there. Kind of crazy having to do all that, but it is what it is. Right, so if I put that on there now and that on there, and then pop that little bugger lugs on there, and if I can hold it now without dropping it and knocking it all over and everything else, once I get that in the center, that is, like that. Right, see, I've got a little bit of white to do this side as well, but I hold that. This is where it gets awkward now. I've got to hold that and hold that so I can turn it, but there you go. You see that? Trying to hold all them towers. There you go. Hi William. William Raven's in. Good to see you, pal. Good to see everyone. I say that every time, but it really is. It's, you know, nothing worse than sitting here yapping away and there's nobody listening. That's what I like about you guys. So I'm just going to do that little edge there that I've noticed. Just there's a little tiny edge just there. Try and get that bit done. How you doing, bud? You behaving? Of course I'm behaving, Stuart. Always behaving. Cheers, pal. Yeah, it's getting there. And if I was careful, I'll go like that. You just get that like that, as quick as that. My little white bit there I needed on this side. You can't see it at the moment. And I only took a tiny dribbler in there. It wasn't even a drop. That's looking pretty impressive, Fred. Very impressive, Fred. How are you finding the build? Build-wise, mate, it's fine. To be fair, and I said this to someone earlier on when they were asking me, no worries, William, you take care, pal, and have your lunch. I had a few people ask me that earlier on, how I'm getting on and how does it feel and blah, 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 you know. Yeah, it's a great kit. Instructions are a little vague, to be honest. Not brilliant. But then that's partly because I've got just a printout. It's not the instructions that came with it, because there weren't no instructions with it when I was sent it. So I've kind of just got like a printout, which is a kind of a little bit vague, really. It doesn't, it's okay, you know. Hi Edward. Hey Strix, pal. Yeah, so build wise, I mean, yeah, it's okay. Because because I airbrush everything, that's probably what's causing me the most headache, to be fair. The Dazzle Camo, if you've got half a steady hand and you glue all that and just hand paint, it would probably be a lot easier. But the Dazzle Camo definitely is like a bit of a mission when it comes to airbrushing on a ship like this with all the different things. Because I've never done a ship before, so not like this anyway. So as far as I see it, it is a challenge, yeah, and I'm enjoying it. Don't get me wrong, but it's definitely not as easy airbrushing and trying to do that because there's so many different little lumps and bumps and bits and bobs that you got to try and keep clear, you know. So it can get a bit of a But yeah, apart from that, it's all good, pal. So I'm just going to look at the colour of this stack because I do believe it's like a black colour, which doesn't help when you've got silly instructions like this. But I do somewhere on here have an image. So I shall have a look for that quickly. And then I'll know exactly where I am. Desktop. Tirpitz. There it is. Tirpitz. Because I have an image here of how other people have been going about it. Oh, right, yeah. Right, so it is like a black on the top, but whoever's done it from the images I can see. Hi, Alexandru. How you doing, pal? From what I can see, they've used a proper black. Not me. I've been looking at doing a Dazzle Camo on my Tirpitz, but seriously thinking twice about it. It's fine, mate. You see, if you're hand painting, it's fine. Lots of laughing out loud, Fred. I just got the chomp to New Orleans, and the instructions are vague as well. It's like they expect you just to know where everything goes. Yes, white glove, definitely that. And the best bit is for me, not being a ship model builder, because I'm more your props World War II kind of aircraft. It's I ain't even got a clue what half of the stuff's called. So yeah, it's definitely a challenge, mate. That's for sure. So it says black, but it ain't want to use just normal black, as you know, because if you buy a black suit and you mess up the trousers like I've done before, and you go out and you try and buy a black pair of trousers, the blacks don't match. So there's lots of shades of black. So I'm going to go for the black tire rubber black, just so it's a different black. Different black to the waterline, I think it's called. So yeah, Tamiya, this one, but it's an old Tamiya. Evening, Ron. How you doing, pal? I'm good, thanks, mate. It was a lovely Ron over on Facebook that's chatting away now on my live, because I stream live on YouTube and Facebook at the same time. It's the wonderful Ron that set me this challenge with this kit and sent me it. I say lovely because he's a lovely guy. But there's a bit of sarcasm in that lovely at the moment while I'm working on it. So I'm just going to quickly try and mask around this top funnel bit. Now, on the pictures that I've seen of other people, and I don't like to copy other people, you know, they've done it just black, like I say. So I'm going to do it rubber black, and then I'm going to maybe try and do a little bit of dry brushing on them funnel bits at the top and try and make them kind of look nice at the same time. No worries, pal. All good. Thanks for the offer anyway. We managed. It's just so much little stuff on it because it's 1/350 scale. It's crazy. Right, I'm not going to mess about with that. Bloody had enough of that already. Right, I'm just going to use some curvy tape because curvy tape bends around corners nicely. Should just use that in the first place. Save me messing about. Because it bends and stretches over bumps and lumps like a dream. Look at that, lovely. That's what I want. Now, see, just goes over the lumps and bumps, no problem then, you see. That's what I like about the old curvy stuff. And then just put that on for any overspray. Save me messing about. Dazzle's definitely the way to go. Don't get me wrong. It just takes a little bit longer. So there you go. Just made a little hood on there like that for that. Oh, you're doing a second Jeep? Good man. So, just gonna get this black tire rubber. Black rubber tire, whatever you want to call it. I'm just gonna spray that up. I'm not gonna go real heavy on it. I want to lose that grey, but not. No. So it looks like black, but it really isn't. It's right. So that's the first bit. That's my black rubber. I have a plan here. So it's a sooty kind of chimney, whatever. Like I said, I've got no technical knowledge about ships. So I'm saying, okay, it would give time to paint on an entirely small scale before I'm going to hand paint it. It's too small to get the airbrush out. Right, so I've done the black, but now what I want to play with, and this I do believe White Glove can get over in the US, and it's magnesium metal. So to start with, I'm going to give it a tiny blow over with some magnesium metal. Now I'm going to turn that right down to about 4 or 5 psi. Right, now you're not going to see this when I show you it, maybe, but on the photos you will notice. And I'm only doing this because I want to be different to everybody else. And that's purely why. Because I don't want it black. And that is really cool. You can't really see it, but it's not, I don't know how well you can see with the lights, but it's gave it that black with a kind of tinge to it, like we do with the engines and stuff like that. Just gonna see, I don't know if this will help see better. Maybe. You see that? It's obviously this will get matte coated, but it's not a complete black, if you can see that. I would say because I've done the black and the magnesium, it's kind of like a gunmetal colour, but black. Right, so final bit that I want to do, and I'm going to have to stand up and have a look on my rack here, is I want, see if I can find it. Oh, it's up there. Burnt carbon. And we use these on this on the jet exhaust as well. Normally. So what better than whooping a tiny bit on a ship? Like that. Just to give it a different colour again. Just it's everything's microscopic shades. When I take the photos, you'll probably never even notice what I've been doing. But for me, I can see it with my naked eye. The one eye, right enough, but I can see it. A 1/200 Titanic would be massive. If that's that new one that came out, I mean, wow. And you see, if anyone's doing that, you have to drill all the holes, and you have to light it. So, my reference photos of other people's builds is just black, and I've gone black with some magnesium and then a little bit of hot metal burnt carbon from Alclad. And for me personally, and it is a personal choice, I like the way it came out. So if I can get that now on there, like so, if I can get that to all stay where I want it to stay, I'm just going to go to big camera for a second, because it's easier to show you where it's at. Carefully without dropping it. Hold it up there. You see my funnel there now. It's black, but it's not, what's it black? You know what I mean? See that? Hold that all like that. I'm gonna have to hold it now. There you go. So there's my dazzle coming into effect now. On that side. So big it takes up the bench. I can get this without dropping it. And there's my dazzle on that side. going up there. Go back to this cap. So you might even be able to see from that, you can see it's a black, but it's not black. Now, aftermarket resin figures available for the Titanic, holding Jack and Ray's figures for the bow. What you want to do if you're doing the Titanic is get a big lettuce, you know the kind of lettuce, and stick it in front of that. White glove models, Agora models, Bismarck, but I'm not liking how it looks. Haven't posted videos of it because I'm on the fence about it. All right, that's a shame. That paint job is awesome. Cheers, David. All good fun. Every bit's been airbrushed so far. As much as it is a headache. Hiya, Muse. How you doing? Good to see you at the coffee shop for a cup and a snack before heading home. Lovely job. Cheers. I'm going to keep calling you White Glove, buddy, because... Right, see if I'm terrible with pronunciations, right? So, put a thumbs up if it... Is it Calum? Is that how I say it? I'm trying to remember here, you know what I mean? Feel a bit of a numpty, because I get, like, Chinese followers writing in Chinese and saying hi, and I'm like, your name is... It's trying to pronounce people's names. Some people have got some right crazy pronunciations. And unless I've got marbles in my mouth when I speak, it's really difficult to actually pronounce them. So I'm pretty sure it's Calum, but anyway. So, I guess in theory, I mean, I've got some little silly bits to put on. I'm guessing that I should really be able to glue that together. I'm hoping. I'm worried though, because if I don't... Oh, good stuff. Calum, I'll have to remember that. The more I see you, the more I'll remember, so all good. So I've got some silly little tiny bits, but I'm assuming, and I shouldn't really assume, so I'm just going to check on these dodgy instructions. Right, the pin painted over on. Oh, right, yeah. These things. Right, I'm just double checking because I do believe that I can actually glue that together and then work on the next sort of bits. So I'm just making sure, because I know there's some silly little bits and where they go. Because I don't want to glue it all together and then can't get the little bits in there. Yeah, they look like I can actually... Pretty sure I can actually get them all in without too much worry. So that's good. That'll save me keep holding the damn thing. So I'm going to put that all with glue. I'm going to glue that up. That'll save me keep holding it. Worrying in case I drop the thing. So normally I would use a Tamiya extra thin and it's really quick, but I'm just going to use... I'm not going to use that because that one's not working. No. There is a trick to unblocking them, but I've not brought a lighter with me. on that. I believe there's no engraved on that bit before I think. Oh, that's right, yeah. Good stuff. Right. Because all this gets hidden, I don't mind with the glue. That one. Yeah, it won't be easier if I just done it this way, won't it? I have got stuff to put in there, all these little bits, but they're, I say they'll be easy enough to get to after. So, yeah. So, in theory, once that dries, I won't have to be going like this to try and bloody hold it for you all to see. I can just go like that, and hopefully everything's glued and it don't fall off. Trust me, the whole parts works are a bit off considering what you pay for them. The Porsche from the collection seems the best quality one. Funny you should say that. We're building the model club that I run. We're building the, is it Hatchet or whatever you call it, magazine for the 116 Tiger. Now, if you're on Facebook and that and you follow me, you'll see the problem I had with it. Like you say, mate, for the price you pay. I mean, we were very lucky. Someone collected it all up and donated it. But the metal tracks, I mean, they're massive, big band of them. But about 4 or 6 on the first set of tracks that I worked on it, there was no hole to put the pin through. It was mismolded. And like you say, mate, for the price you're paying for that, you know, you're paying what, £1,500, probably more. It's not great, you know. I mean, yeah, it's going to be big and it's going to be lovely and it's got all the interior and everything else, but to have mismolded tracks for the money you're paying, it is shocking the quality of them. So these collector magazine kind of ones, they're okay, but they still need work. They're not they're not for the faint-hearted, shall I say. Luckily, me and the guys were all doing a bit on it, and I'm helping them out, and we'll get it done. But yeah, definitely not great quality though. When you think about it, you know, I mean, we're talking like on the tracks, you've got like 3 pinholes, and then and they interlock. Do you know what I mean? And then you put the pin through, right? Each of the little things where you put the pin through is about 5 mil, and trying to drill 5 mil steel with a little tiny micro drill as you saw on my posts on Facebook and Twitter, no doubt, everybody else will have. I couldn't get the micro drill into a battery drill because it was too tiny, the micro drill, and I couldn't find a Dremel. We have got one at the model club, but I couldn't find it, so I ended up taking the end. Where is it? What I ended up doing was I took one of these and I ended up taking the back off and the little collet, and then I put that in the battery drill, and that gave me a little electric, and I had to drill the 5mm all the way through the track so I could get the pin in. I think it's about 6 times it's happened on that, and that's only one set of tracks. I can't post a picture, but if you're on Facebook or Twitter, look us up and you'll see it. I mean, heavy, and don't get me wrong, it's going to be awesome when it's done. But yeah, I didn't break the drill bit. And yet, when I done a little Titanic about this big, literally this big, and I drilled every single hole, I must have gone through about 20 drill bits by hand, sitting there like that. It took me about a week. And then I lit it up with LEDs and all that lot. But it was only one of them silly little ones, you know, the Minicraft, Revel Minicraft. So it was a tiny little thing. It wasn't great detail, but I added detail to it. But yeah, that was a carry on. But yeah, them Hatchet magazines, man, I was shocked the quality of them, really. I mean, you know, if that was a normal, like, not normal, I suppose, but a lot of people wouldn't have known how to actually even drill right through the steel like that, and they would have ended up with a model that they can't build, you know. So kind of shocking, really, because some people are not model builders, they'll buy that kind of stuff, and when you get headaches like that in it, not good. You expect that pin to go right in, no problem. You know, you pay all that money for it, the least they can do is give you a half decent quality. So I totally feel you there, mate. So anyway, look at that. I can even turn it now without it falling. I don't want to turn it too much in case it comes off. But yeah. So if I can get it at the right angle like that, yeah, there you go. So there you go. You got your dazzle white stripe going all the way up there. And then when you look down on it, it's all the steel effect like it should be. So awesome. Chuffed to bits. You can see now on that black, it's not quite a black. It is, but it's like a city kind of coloury black. With yeah, awesome. So it's definitely coming along nicely. We've got a crazy deck on there. Let's show you again from this side, and then we'll call it a day. So we've still got all the craziness to go yet, but we're getting there. That's the side we've been working on so far. So yeah, all good. So next, I suppose, we'll be starting over this side. Get all this bit in. With these last bits of upper structures here. I've got a couple of bits there that go together. You know, you've got your little, whatever that is, that has the boats on it. Or these have the boats on it, I can't remember. But we've got these little bits to sort out. And then that's that bit from where you've been following all this time, you know. Of course, we've still got all the guns and everything in the other container, in the other tub. You're the master of drilling holes out, Fred. I'll send my Titanic to do the portholes. No thanks, pal. I can't remember how many it was. I do believe it was in the 2000 porthole kind of number on the little mini ships one, and it drove me bonkers. And I done it all with my hand like that, you know. Um, yeah, I bet it's not far off 2000 portholes on it, but it looks really cool when you do it all. What I did is I did it all right. I'm gonna go at a big cam because we're done on the bench here anyway. So what I done was I drilled all the portholes. Then when I put the deck on, I milled out with a Dremel in between all the decks. So then when each layer went on, I drilled all the little holes on that, and I kept building it up. So then when I put the LEDs in, it lit up all the decks. Do you know what I mean? But if you do plan on doing that, one thing I would say is between the hole where the LEDs are and the different layers of decks, paint them black and then do what you got to do with your deck. Because when you turn the lights on, if it's not thick enough plastic, which it probably is to be fair with the size you're doing, but on the little mini craft one, it was dead thin plastic and the light lit up the decks a little bit. So I ended up having to paint the decks black and then paint it the colour I wanted to stop that light reflecting through the decks, if that makes sense. But obviously on a bigger scale, it's probably a thicker deck anyway, so you'll be okay for that. But yeah, I want to see it all lit up. Like I go, you know, oh, it's awesome when it's lit up. It really is. It's so much worth it. It really is. You'll love it, Lewis. You really will. Uh, see, people stitch me up. They send me ships. They send me tanks. They send me Warhammer. All stuff that I'm not into. I am, but I'm not. If you know what I mean. It's not my first choice. So if I can stitch somebody else up, then you're more than welcome, Lewis. Anyway, guys, that's me. I didn't think I'd make it for an hour, to be honest, because I've got that much to do. But yeah, all good. I mean, this is, you know, it's called a pricing gun. I'm so much to pack up, pack, parcel up and stuff. I'm planning on putting extra lights on it and hiding the one under the wooden decks. Oh, awesome. Yeah. You see what I done, because mine was only a little dinky one like this, little mini ships one. I just used a couple of LEDs from Poundland because you get the battery powered Christmas lights, the white lights that don't flash. And the little battery pack is really handy. So I just used a couple of 3 LEDs in the hole, and then I hid the wire into the base, and then I had the battery pack all buried underneath. So you just click a switch and the whole thing lit up. Well, I go like that, but it was like that. Yeah, so all good. So I'm hoping, I know I've said this before, but work really does kill me at work, back shift. So I should be home about 9:15-ish on Tuesday, hopefully. So my plan is, like I say, about 10 o'clock UK time, Greenwich Mean Time, and I'll try my hardest to be live and try and get in a habit of doing this, because obviously Saturdays just for an hour is really not ideal because I want to get it done. So hopefully, fingers crossed, 99% sure, Tuesday, 7 o'clock, 8, 7, 8, 10 o'clock. Sorry. Anyway, cheers for popping by, everyone. Thanks for your thumbs up, your likes, your comments, your follows, your chit chat. Just thanks for everything, really. You guys are awesome, and without you, I'd just be sitting here chatting to myself like a dafty, which I pretty much feel like that's what I'm doing, but at least I've got something to read while I'm chatting. My neighbours must think I'm mad. Be like that, who's he talking to? Anyway, take care, guys. Stay safe. You know how to get hold of me: Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, whatever. And I shall see you soon. See you soon. Stay safe, buddy. No worries, Annette. You too. You take care. And everyone else, take care. Stay safe. And hopefully, I'll see you all on Tuesday. I can get the right button to click. There we go. Right, I know there's a 10-second lag, so there's your 10 seconds. Jobs are good. And bye for now. Stay safe.